Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk to you today about entitled children. I also want to talk to you today about children that refuse to leave the nest, no matter how old they are. Today's story is out of Bartow, Florida, and it's about this naked albino mole rat looking dude right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this piece of trash is Joseph Voigt, age 23, Bartow, Florida, like I said. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy did the unspeakable to his father and mother because they came at him about being a man. I'm not going to tell you what he did, but you've already seen the title. But take a look at this and we'll come back and talk about it. For some odd reason, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of young people out here, especially a lot of young men, that don't want to get right and feel as though it's your job to take care of them as long as they live in a nest that some parents refuse to boot their ass out of. Here's the story.
A neighbor here tells me the male victim, the father, was a hard worker who tried to keep his son on the straight and narrow. Now his son is behind bars as his accused killer.
You have zero bond on both counts. So.
Authorities say Joseph Voigt shot his parents because his father was upset with him for playing video games and not getting a job.
It's really, really sad. I mean, it's a horrible situation and shouldn't have occurred.
Bartow police were called to this Highland Boulevard home Saturday night by Voigt's mother, Susan. Chief Steve Walker says she told the dispatcher her son had shot her and her husband, Marvin.
We got there as quick as we could. Found the father in the driveway. He had been shot. He was deceased.
Susan Voigt was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound to the head. Joseph Voigt fled. Police located him on International Drive in Orlando Sunday.
I don't know what the meaning in that is. You know, I don't know if it's someplace he frequented normally or he just was trying to get out of the area, you know, with no real plan.
Court records show Voigt was arrested in October 2023 for shooting a gun into the ground 15 times at the Bartow home because he was, quote, bored. Then, this Thanksgiving weekend, police say Voigt sprayed two people with mace who asked him what he was doing in the neighborhood. According to his affidavit that day, his parents tried to get him to come out of the bathroom several times, and he only came out when ordered by police. A week later, police say, Voigt shot his mother and father.
There was no signs that would lead you to believe this would occur from this gentleman, I would say. At least I don't see any in any of the past behavior.
At the time of the shooting, Voigt was out on $2,000 bond on battery charges related to the mace incident. Both of those counts are misdemeanors. Reporting in Bartow, I'm Stacy DeSilva, 8 on your side.
Guys, that's the video portion of that piece of shit, Joseph Voigt. Now check out this news article that has more details about how stupid this kid was. It says a Bartow man is dead and his wife is fighting for her life after deputies say their son shot them Saturday night and bolted. Authorities say Susan Voigt, age 58, called police around 11:20 p.m. and said she and her husband, 63-year-old Marvin Voigt, had been shot by their 23-year-old son who took off. According to the Bartow Police Department, officers found Marvin Voigt dead in the driveway from apparent gunshot wounds. Inside the home, police reportedly found Susan Voigt suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. Susan was taken to an area hospital in critical condition. They found the mother sitting on the couch. Walker said she was alive. She had been shot in the head once. Everything we've heard about this couple were that they were really good people, Walker added. And it's sad, you know, to see something like this happen. All law enforcement agencies in Polk County and the surrounding counties were told to be on the lookout for the vehicle the couple's son, Joseph Voigt, was driving. His vehicle was spotted 2 a.m. on International Drive in Orlando, Florida. The Orlando Police Department conducted a felony stop on Voigt's vehicle and took him into custody. Deputies from the Polk County Sheriff's Office who were assisting the Bartow Police Department said they spoke to Joseph Voigt and he admitted to shooting both his mother and father. According to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Joseph Voigt said his father, and I want you guys to listen to this, his father was upset with him for spending most of his time playing video games and had been getting on his case about making something of himself and getting a job. It's really sad, Walker said, senseless, something silly that he was upset about. Joseph Voigt appeared in court in Orange County on Monday morning. He would be brought back to jail in Polk County where he'll face murder and attempted murder charges. A wife has lost her husband and basically lost a son also at the end of the day, Walker said. So it's going to be real tough road for her. I feel really bad for her. Joseph Voigt's criminal history includes arrest for firing a weapon in a residential area and battery. According to arrest records, he was released from jail on December 1st after being arrested for battery. All right, guys, that's the story of this walking stereotype. Joseph Voigt, 23 years old, and his father tried to get him right, both his parents. One barely lived, and the other one's gone. This is one of the reasons why I believe in tough love when it comes to children that go into adulthood and bullshit. I remember a long time ago, I was a kid. I don't even know. Y'all can look this up on it's on YouTube. That story, I think it was a Disney cartoon, the cricket and the ants. The grasshopper and the ants. The grasshopper was bullshitting all winter. And the ants were storing food for the winter. It was like, hey man, winter's coming. You better go and do what you got to do. He's like, nah, let's play. Let's do this. They had to save his dumb ass at the end. How many times we see that story with our own damn children? Or how about this? You see the story where children don't go in a direction or pick a direction. Parents try to nudge them a little bit and they lash out at the parents like they're doing them bad. I told you before, juggernaut real and juggernaut dangerous. But the male counterpart of the juggernaut female, the Peter Pan is male, is no different. This dude right here, proof of it. Joseph Voigt, species name. Peter Pan is white as hellas, the entitled kind. If he acts out, he'll blow your motherfucking back out. He shot his dad and emptied the clip in him. Then blast his mom. She on the phone with a bullet in her head. Yeah, he shot me and he shot my what's name. They came in the house, woman lucky to be alive. He ran off like a bitch in their vehicle. Ain't got his own car. Ain't got his own house. Ain't making his own money. And he did this to the people that gave him life. Why don't you think about that? You ain't entitled to shit. You can live in that house all you want. They the ones that feed you. And they the ones that keep the lights on so you can play your fucking game. So all of that shit about getting mad because somebody telling you you're years behind where you supposed to be, hell, graduating from high school, he 5 years behind in the relay race. Everybody out there making something out of themselves. And as a man, you got to know your why. You have to know your why. You have to know your reasoning for living, what your purpose is. And ain't to play no fucking video games. I love my kids to death, but I tried to put the best I could into them. Some of them made it. Some of them are still treading water. But I can't feel sorrowful for you when I gave everybody the lesson. Some people listened and some people didn't. Look at this shit. You shot your mom when you had the issue with your dad. Then you shot him up in the driveway where he died on the lawn, on the property of a house he worked his ass off to put a roof over your head, and you did him like that. Then you ran off like a bitch and they caught your stupid ass. Look at his face. Make me want to smack the shit out. I don't even know this dude. Think about that. Look at his fucking face. You ain't built for no goddamn battle, but you got a gun. That's another thing. How he got a gun? What was they scared of this dude? He shot a gun in the front yard because I'm bored. Boom, 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 boom. Just shoot the gun up. Stupid in the head. He'd have been out of my fucking house then. Then on top of that, makes 2 people. Locked this dumbass up. He just got out December. Said he had what? $2,000 bail. So what? 10%, $200 got him out. Who got him out? And if the parents did, that was the worst mistake they ever made because it cost the woman, her husband, and it cost her damn near her life. Whoever paid for that shit. He'd have sat up there and gathered cobwebs like the dirtiest corner in that jail he was sitting in. For real, at 23 years old, you're bored and you're doing stuff that you know will get you in trouble. That right there means, let me know you ain't took no life lessons. See, that's the thing. You can't feel sorry for people that want to be sorry. Seriously, you can't. Everybody got a story. But some people, like him, ain't that many words in his book of adult life. He get what he get. And that's the thing that's crazy. There are kids around here right now that act like because you birthed them and you fed them for 18 years and you tried to get them on the right path, they going out here doing whatever they want to do, thinking they know everything, and they get mad at you when you want to drop the hammer and tell them to get the fuck out. How you gonna go in court and say, I killed my family, my parents, or tried to kill my parents, succeeded with killing my father because he wanted me to be successful and make something of myself and get a job. At 23 years old, 5 years of fucking around in your parents' house was way more than you'd have got from anybody else. Hell, you'd have got 2 years from me. You'd have got the fuck right out. Right out. I'm old school. A lot of y'all are too. Remember this shit? You turn 18, you graduate high school, you better go in the military, you better have a good ass job, or you better be going to what? College. This motherfucker sitting around. Man, more meatloaf in the basement or whatever the fuck he was at. I'm gonna tell you something. Whether you come from me or not, and you a boy, 2 men can't exist in the same space. And yeah, that's your mom, but she not gonna be feeding me when I come home from work and your ass is sitting here playing Call of Duty or whatever the fuck you was playing, and she taking you a plate too. Shit, I'll be goddamn. What are we doing here? What are we doing? How is he learning? How is any kid out there learning? We've seen this. I did story after story after story about somebody with a grown-ass man in a house that winds up killing them, whether it's a man or a woman. See, I'm gonna tell you something. Knowing somebody loves you should be good enough to where they should be able to talk to you and tell you stuff, even if it's painful to hear. Because out of respect, they're telling you. But when you turn it around and make yourself a victim and then take it out on the people that's trying to get you right, that's your fucking fault, not nobody else's. I feel nothing for this type of person. You know what I'm saying? He stayed in that house too damn long. And like I told you, men dominate. No matter what. If you in the house with somebody, whatever, after a while, they're not going to want to adhere to your rules. They're going to buck, whether it's your kid or not. And look what happened. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I can only imagine the amount of disappointment this woman has and what she's going through. Here she's 58. That man was 63. Child living in the house. Probably the last dumbass to leave. They can't even enjoy themselves in the twilights of their lives because they still had a baby bird in there with his mouth big as hell waiting for people to put fucking worms in it. Shit. See you in the next video. Take care.